Alrighty, yo, hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So we're here today to do Kare no Kyoukai Extra Chorus. It's basically the final thing of KnK live reaction. As always, you'll find a link in the description down below for Amazon Drive. Let me just make sure I am right at the beginning, which I seem to be. I'm gonna leave it like that. But we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I'm gonna leave it like that for like 10 seconds or so, just so like for those that are thinking, obviously it makes it easier because I was having that talk with somebody recently. Oh, not really much to sync right now, but there you go. Should be good enough. Like a pet would do very well, I think. I like the fact that he's always dressed in black and he's got a black cat. He didn't say no either. Oh. I think a pet would suit her really well. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say stop hallucinating. I would have been close. Look how far away the cat's food is and whatnot from her. Same as the telephone, really. That would annoy me so much if like the phone rang in the middle of the night. Look how cute it is! Look how cute it is! I'm an animal person. I like both cats and dogs, really. How does she have the key? It really is. If I'm like I said, I'm an animal person. I'm a pet person, all right? Especially cute little creatures. It doesn't like it? Stray cat. Sponsoring that Volvic. That's why I like her so much. Volvic fan. She's gonna love that cat. It didn't like her bread, but it likes her water. that look, that look says it all. Ah, okay. Well, uh, they clearly gotten closer. They clearly gotten closer. I was gonna say because they're so identical to each other that she feels that way. Yeah. That was the first movie, I believe. Yeah. They do say your other senses enhance. If only you knew. Well, everything is coming full circle right now. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that a lot. Well, please don't do anything stupid. Come on, look how young you are, really. Look how young you are. Timing, clutch timing. She can't see it anyway. Playing. That is so. Well, damn. Yeah. Yeah, for a second I thought, like at the beginning, I thought that was the girl from like, the first episode. Until they mentioned that she was involved in serial killings. And obviously it's from the third episode. Second. Fourth? No, second. Well, you're the one that wanted to die. You're the one that wanted to die. I don't think you want to die anymore, do you now? Yeah. Make her realize that she doesn't want to die. What difference does it make? Exactly. Now she needs to make your mind up. That's perhaps the most selfish thing I think I've ever heard. Come with me, let's kill ourselves together. Idiotic. Like, look at it, they're like what? They're pretty much, I think they're the same age as me or younger, so 21 or younger. And they think it's all over. It can always get better. And that's idiotic too. See, I always have issues with. I'll say that at the end. I'll say that at the end. And that's a murderer saying that to her. Her future was bright though. I like how the color slowly fades, so it slowly comes back, and the morning approaches. You know, I'll save it for later. I'll save it for later. The cat is in the background. Nice. Nice. So she got the cat. Okay. Okay. Of course you did. I look like Lexia. It's a stray cat. It's a stray cat like Shiki. Go on, say it. All right, all right, all right, all right. I really like their relationship, how it's just grown, how it's just developed. Snow is such a beautiful thing. It really is. And that is such a lovely cat. That's to you. Ha. Ah. Ah. That's a nice ending. That's a very nice ending. You know, I was gonna use the end of this video really to talk about suicide. Well, not stupid topic, but a topic that this show has addressed a few times. And I was gonna give, I think I've already done that before in a video, but I was gonna give my thoughts, my views on just suicide in general. But you know what? I'll scrap that. I'll scrap that. Instead, I want to just talk about them two. I really do. I just want to talk about them two like throughout the whole series, because throughout the whole series, I mean, again, it's been jumping all over the place. So, like, timeline-wise, you know, and year-wise, it has been jumping all over the place. But, like, their relationship has grown a lot. You know, just from Shiki, you know, from the Shiki relationship to now Shiki. You know what I mean. It has grown. It is, yeah, you can clearly see it developing. You can clearly see, like, the signs here and there. You can clearly see, you know, their relationship just, you know, I want to say improving, but almost just developing, almost just like gradually, what's the word I'm looking for? Gradually, like gradually their trust and whatnot just started growing. And I don't know. They're just such an awesome couple. I usually not. I'm not much of a shipper at all. You know, I don't really ship pairings and anything. Either people get together or they don't. You know, I'm not really gonna. I'm not really gonna be here and like hope. Oh yeah, I hope those two get together. Not those two. You know. No, I usually am not. But like theirs was just so. I don't know because like theirs was so almost necessary. Like theirs was so necessary because she was somebody who felt alone, somebody who just looked out for herself, very detached and whatnot. And then you have him who just like recognizes that, but also just wants to essentially be there for her. And I feel like he was like the perfect person for her, considering that he just wanted to be there for her, and she needed someone to be there for her. So that's why I'm a really big fan of like their relationship. I'm a really big fan of just their, just them two, just like how they came together and ultimately how that progressed from what was ultimately it wasn't necessarily a hate relationship, but more so it just okay, and like it just started growing from okay to okay, you know what, and then it just started growing and growing. It just started gradually. You could see the signs. You could see a lot of like the hints, the signs, the pointers of how the relationship grew, and you could see that even for somebody who doesn't have any emotions or not many emotions and is terrible at showcasing them, there is still always just a hint of emotion, just a point of emotion. That's why they're such a good pairing in my opinion. You don't need to go all out and just like kiss here and there. I mean, Valentine's Day is approaching, but yeah, probably wrong time to say this, but you don't really need to like invite them to like the most fancy restaurant and whatnot. Just the little things. It's the little things that really matters at the end of the day. It's the everyday things, just the little tiny things, the little tiny details that really matter at the end of the day. You don't always need to like be fancy, show off and have that fancy bravado and all that. But you don't need that. You can just, love is powerful. Love is awesome. Love is often found in like the most tiniest of places. It is often found at the most tiniest of moments. Just the everyday things, just the regular things can show love. You don't need to show it on the grand scale as long as it's there in the macro. But yeah, overall, really, really enjoyed Kyoukai no Kyoukai. I can't remember who actually recommended it for me to watch it. I believe it was Sane, because Sane is usually one that recommends everything Fate, from like, well, not just Fate, but like, he's usually the one that recommends Type Moon stuff. So it's either him or Nick. I can't remember exactly who it was that recommended Kyoukai no Kyoukai, but thank you regardless. Very, very enjoyable. Also very, very confusing at some points, but also very, very enjoyable. So I like that. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, next week for Movie Monday, I don't know what I'm gonna upload for next week. Maybe Sword of the Stranger. I'll maybe do that movie. But if you have any movies, recommendations, just leave them in the description down below. Now, since obviously this is Type Moon, I might as well just mention it right now. In terms of Fate, I think it's Fate Extra, the one that's being released right now. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna get to that eventually. I don't know when just yet, but eventually I'm gonna get to that. Also, I mentioned before that I want to do like the Tsukihime manga. Still, I'm not sure whether I should do the manga or like the visual novel. Next few weeks will be very, very busy for me, so I'm not really certain when I'm gonna get to that. But I want to get to that just so I can do Carnival Phantasm, because it's a parody. I like parodies. I like fun things really. I like serious things, but I kind of like everything actually. Now that I think about it, I like fun things. I like serious things. I like inspiring things. Yeah, I just like the whole spectrum. I guess that's just really the way it is. As long as it's good, I like the whole spectrum. Even if it's bad, it can be hilariously bad to the point where it becomes good just because it's that bad. But yeah, especially considering Carnival Phantasm is a parody of like characters and whatnot that I've seen. from the Fate. Well, I keep saying Fate, but like the Type Moon universe. And I was told like I need to do Tsukehime before I ever get to Carnival Phantasm. So we'll see exactly how I'm gonna do that. Now, I will say one other thing. There may be a keyword here is may. May, all right. I know everyone always, every time I say something, people record that and then I'm like, where's this? Where is that? But the keyword here is may. There may be a surprise upload on the first week of March. That's all I will say. Maybe not just a surprise upload, but multiple uploads. What does that mean? I don't know. But like I said, the keyword here is may. I don't want anyone to come back and say, "Oh, where's that surprise upload?" I'm saying that especially on this video, not any other video, but like the Type Moon video. That's all I'll say. There may be a surprise upload, but that's all I will say, though, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time. I guess next week for Movie Monday. And thank you everyone who has obviously watched Kyoukai no Kyoukai along with me, who has been on this journey of 9 films, seven main films, 10 films, 7 main films, 3 movies. No, 7 main films, 2 movies, and 1 OVA. That's what it is. So yeah, thank you everyone who has been here. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Sorry it's taken me much longer than I wanted to. You know, there was a few, like 2 or 3 weeks or so that I didn't actually upload anything. It is what it is. You know, life is busy. I'm very, very busy, especially now. Like I said, the next almost 2 months will be very, very busy. So that's why I'm not really certain of what's going to happen, and I don't know, which is why I'm saying May for the surprise upload. But anyway, regardless, thank you everyone who has been here. I really, really appreciate it. You guys, you know, I really do appreciate it. You know, for those that when I was streaming, or even for those, you know, that are just in the comment section, those that are lurkers and whatnot. Thank you for, you know, to everyone for not spoiling. I mean, that's obviously the main thing, going into this blind. And you know, next of all, just awesome. Thank you very much for everyone who's been here, who's been correcting me when I've been saying characters' names wrong, when I've missed things, because I always miss things. This is the way I am. Try and not miss as much as possible, but there's always going to be things that you don't remember. Like, for example, that chick, the one, you know, that ultimately, that could bend things, you know, could twist things. I thought that was the girl that was inside the hospital. Let me guess. Somebody's probably going to be like in the comment section, oh, they're the same person. She twisted things, and when Shiki did the operation on her and she went into the hospital, she's then the one that committed suicide with all the other people. No, definitely not. I won't believe that. I'll have to rewatch that. But no. But yeah, I thought that was the girl from the hospital, but I'm pretty sure it's not. No, 100%. They're not the same person. She's a twist girl from like episode 3, episode 2 or 3. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time. Additionally, you know, all right. I'll mention what time is it. I want to get this video up today, and I know it's already late. All right. I'll say this. All right. All right. How do I start this? I almost feel like I need to make a separate video on this. But if you're... How do I talk about this? Alright, if you're trying to commit suicide. Let's just jump right in. If you're trying to commit suicide, right? Let me just say this. First of all, reflect on just your age. First of all, reflect on your age. Because quite frankly, you know, everyone has been through tough times. Everyone at one point in their life felt like failure. You know, everyone. That's just the case for every single person. Like, you may think, oh, you know, there's nowhere to go right now. Say, I failed my school, I failed my exams, now I can't take the route that I wanted to. Say you wanted to be a doctor, and you like your whole life you've been, you know, dreaming about becoming a doctor, for example, or becoming a accountant or something, and like, well, I failed my exams, you know, now I can't do this profession anymore, now I can't do that. There's always something else. Like, there is always something else. Now, I'll take it from somebody, well, I don't want to mention names, but take it from somebody I know, right? He is a friend of my parents. Ultimately, like, he started off, his parents were fairly wealthy, so for him it wasn't really so much of a money issue. It was more so of an issue, like, which route he wanted to take. Like, he wanted to become a what do you call it, like an investment advisor, I think you call it. So like, you know, like the people that will advise you or that will advise individuals on like where to invest, in what to invest, you know, that kind of thing, like a stockbroker almost, like a stockbroker, yeah, like stockbroker almost. That's basically what he wanted to become, you know. That's basically what he saved up for. But then I think he failed his, oh boy, what was it? I think accounting. I think that's what he failed. I'm not exactly certain, but I think it was that he failed accounting on something else, and so he couldn't take that route. Now he ended up opening his own company. Again, that's a friend of my parents. He ended up opening his own company, export and import, and right now I think he's sitting on like 2 million a year now, and he's happier than he ever could have been because right now he's traveling all across the world, and you know he's basically just on holiday pretty much 24/7, and he is as happy as you could possibly be. Now, you know, he didn't expect to go into that route. He came. When I say wealth, I don't mean like a millionaire family, but he came from like a family that would make say 2, 3, 400,000 a year in salary. You know, they've got like their own. I used to love going to their house because they used to have like a little mini golf, like just a little mini golf inside their house that would then like go out into the garden and like underground as well. They just an awesome home, really, like just multiple mini courses in like their house, inside, outside, underground. It was just a very, very fun place to be, in all honesty. But like, you know, they weren't wealthy, you know, not like millionaires or anything, but like he is pretty much he is a millionaire, and he didn't expect to go into that route. He just wanted to, you know, be part of the industry, which he's actually kind of, in a way, my role model, in a way. You know, and like he is happier than he ever could have been. So if you're thinking about like suicide, if you're thinking, honestly, real talk, if you are thinking about suicide, if you're really depressed, right? If you're really, really down and you really don't think that there is any way for you to go except, you know, except to end it all, first of all, talk to people. Because I feel like oftentimes, you know, once you get depressed, and I think that's for everyone, once you get depressed, you know, you always feel like there is no escape, there is no way out, there is no rescue almost. So for those of you, you know, that feel that way, talk to people, you know. If you want to talk to, you know, I would say talk to your friends, because people often disregard their friends. You know, talk to your friend, talk to family, talk to anyone. You know, talk to like a suicide prevention helpline. All of these, you know, friends, family, suicide prevention helpline, even just like a random advisor in, say, your school, your work, or even just a psychologist. I know that, you know, I know a psychologist, they are, and psychiatrists, they're often seen as, you know, no, there's no point going there because, well, I'm not crazy. But that's not all about. They're just there to listen. They're there to help you out with your problems. And I feel like you're almost, if you really, really do feel like that, take that step, because I'll tell you now, you won't regret it. Again, I'm open to talk to anyone as well. You know, I may not know you, but if you do feel like you need to talk to anyone and you perhaps want to keep it anonymous, you don't want to talk to your family or your friends or whatever, and you want to keep it anonymous, I'm always there to talk. I'm always there to listen. Again, you've got a lot of options, and you've honestly got. I can't say you've got a lot of time left, because again, I don't know who you are. You may be depressed because, say, you've got a disease, you've got, you know, you've got a medical condition or whatever. But you know, you can still be happy. You can still be happy. And that's the main thing that I'm trying to like take. That's the main thing that I'm trying to say here, is that no matter what, you can still be happy. Now, even if you feel like there is no way up, there is no way anything could be better. There's always it can always be better. No, it doesn't matter who you are. It can always be better. You may be as depressed. You know, you may be so depressed that you can't see it right now, but it can always be better. That's all I want to say. But with that, I'll end the video and I'll leave it here. I will see you guys next time, though. Again, next week for Movie Monday. And peace out, everyone.